Hello, and thank you again for joining us on this next installment of Spine Surgery Safety Month. We're going to speak a little bit about the interplay between technology, which has the ability to help and make spine surgery so much safer, and the reality that, as with any new technology, it's really important that it's integrated into our practice in a rational, thoughtful way. In fact, we're constantly learning in this profession. Spine surgeons spend a lot of time training. I think I'm a better surgeon now at 25 years in than I was 15 years in. And technology is one of the things that makes us better.
I think it's important to realize it is a long time after medical school and residency and fellowship. Oftentimes when we're starting independent practice and taking care of patients independently, we've already spent like 10 plus years or a decade to train for these moments. And yes, right, we train in a lot of different ways, but if you look at our lives that we live in, technology is all around us. Like we can live without technology, but there's so many ways that technology helps us sort of achieve the goals that we're working towards in a better way. Now, we want to be responsible with that as well. At the end of the day, we as surgeons have to realize that judgment still matters, and that these tools and the technologies that we're applying, like they're to support the work that we're doing. It's not substituting our decision making. And so we still rely on our understanding of the anatomy, our own experiences, and what's best for each individual patient. Navigation has changed how we practice spine surgery. And I'll take a step back. The beauty of navigation is everyone understands it, right? We all drive vehicles in which we're using navigation a lot. And yes, we can physically drive from point A to point B. We also understand the value of navigation and how that allows us to safely get to point A to point B, even though we're still driving the vehicle. And it's like that in surgery as well. Right? Navigation allows us to see different parts of the anatomy and allows us, especially with instrumentation, to be more accurate. And so we don't not just using these fancy toys because it's available, but we've done studies where it shows improved safety and accuracy and patient outcomes. When you're undergoing spine surgery, right, we're often performing the surgery to address some sort of problem with your nerves or even your spinal cord. And in some of the more complex cases, we're able to monitor the function of your nerves throughout surgery using this technology called neuromonitoring. So if there are changes that are occurring with that monitoring during surgery, we're able to address this immediately as a surgical team. Everyone in the room plays a role, right? There's the surgeon who may be one of the captains there, but there's several other individuals that we have talked about that we're all coordinated. We all communicate very clearly, and neuromonitoring provides us with another opportunity to monitor what's going on with your nerves and then communicate about it constantly. So if something does happen, we're ready as a team. As a surgeon who has tried to learn and continue to incorporate new minimally invasive techniques, it's something we face every day in these conversations. I like to tell my patients, absolutely, at the end of the day, we are trying to perform surgery through smaller working windows, because we know that if we can reduce the muscle disruption, if we can, try to work through smaller quarters, your recovery will be easier. But I always joke with my patient, yes, minimally invasive is nice, but you actually want the maximally effective surgery to be performed. And whether that's through a small incision in a minimally invasive window, or for the larger deformities and complex procedures, I think the goal at the end of the day is whatever you have done, you want it to be effective, and there's a lot of ways to get there.
That's a really great piece of advice or prism that you're giving patients to help make that decision, because the recovery from the surgery is days to weeks period. But if you have a great outcome, it's your entire lifetime. So understanding maximally effective outcomes and how technologies can get you there, not only used as a marketing tool, but used as a way to allow you to get back to your activities and live the best quality of life that you possibly can. That's really the role of technology, these things that we're talking about in helping surgeons help our patients.